Hello everyone, welcome to Passionately Intrigued Arts with Tracy. I am going to try this twist turban hat again. I got a few tips, a little different way that I'm going to try and do it and see if this works out better. I'm trying to get my practice in so that I can start making these, and I really want to make them in solid colors. I have this practice material and it is a stretch. It definitely is a stretch, and I've already cut it out, and you need two pieces 13 inches by 23 inches. However, mine is 24 inches. Measure your head circumference to see what size you need. I follow Nice Roy 101, and she makes all types of headgear. And she made this headband that was a twist turban headband, and I asked her if she would make the full head cover, and she did. So I am getting my practice in, and I'm going to try it on this material. It is a floral material, and so I have two pieces that I've already folded in half lengthwise and put my pins in. So the first thing you do is sew down the edge 1/4 seam allowance, 1/4 inch seam allowance. So let's get started. Hopefully all goes well. Let's see. Where's my pedal? I'm going to backstitch. I finally got my sewing machine to sew a little faster. I think the angle that my foot was on, the pressure foot, wasn't right. So I adjusted some things and moved it around because it was going awfully slow for me. Now you can pin this if you want to, or you don't have to. You can use your clips to secure it. But for you professionals, you don't have to use anything. But I am not professional yet. Backstitch. All right, we'll do the other one. Same way. So now, I ironed them before. You don't have to iron them. I ironed this open. You don't have to do that. You can if you like to. I'll turn them inside out, right side out. And get them centered. Get that seam line in the middle. So straighten it out, flatten it out, and get that seam line down the middle. Let's do this one. Same way. Okay. Get that pretty centered. Then you'll fold these in half and mark them. Mark them in the middle. So this is the seam line, and I'm going to flip it this way, fold it over in half, get it pretty even, and then I'm going to mark the edge right here, the midpoint right there and right here, so that I can see it. Set that one aside and do this one the same way. Flip it over that way, line them up so that it's even, and mark right here where the center so that you can see it. Okay? And then you'll open them up. Let me move my machine back as far as I can move it for now. You will open them up and line them next to each other, matching your marks in the center. Now it's up to you if you want to use a ruler and put that line all the way down there so you can see it. I know that's what I have to do. That's what I'm going to do. So I'll just match up the lines that I have on the fabric and use my fabric chalk. Let me get it lined up right. Use my fabric chalk and just make that line all the way down. Hopefully it's coming out so I can see it. I think it is. Okay? So then you'll get your needle and thread. A little bit of sewing here, hand sewing. I have it threaded already and ready to go. And you'll do an accordion stitch. I don't know if that's what you call it or not. That's what I'm calling it. But you'll go up and down, back and forth, all the way across here, gathering the material together. So about 1/4 inch or so, back and forth, or up and down, or in and out, however you want to term it. Name it, call it. And, you know, when you get so far, you can pull the needle through. You don't have to wait until you get it all stitched like that. Pull it through and just keep going. So, up and down, 1/4 inch, up and down, following the line that you drew in the center, if you drew one. Okay? Now, when I get to the end of this one, I tighten it. Come through here one more time. I tighten the first one. Nice Ray didn't do it like this, but I find it a little easier if I tack this first. So then I'm just going to go into a couple of these accordions and kind of lock it. Like that. Then I'll go on to the line right here and do the same thing. I'm trying to move my hand so you can see, but you get the idea. Up and down, in and out. I do it like that, then you can see. How about that? And like I said, about 1/4 inch. Maybe you can see, I don't know. You get the idea. Up and down. Let me pull through. Pull through a little bit. So I don't have it all at one time to pull through. You know, that thread can get tangled up. And then I'll just finish. Till I get to the end. And then pull it tight. Bunching it together like that. So when you get this far, you want to tie it off. So I go into a couple of the accordions, a couple of those. I stitch around them a couple times to kind of secure it and lock it in. So I went in 2 of them twice, and then I'll even go down a little further and get the next 2. And lock those 2 in. Just stitch in a couple times, and then I'll just do as many as you want to. I'll do one more, and then I'll tie a knot. So this is what you have. Now this is on the back side, the inside of it. So let's see. Flip it over now, and this will be the top side of the turban. So one will come over like that, and this one will go over the top like that. So you form a little flower, a little knot right here. Like that. Okay. Now, you're going to flip it over again, and you're going to be putting these two sides together and these two sides together. But you want it on the inside of the cap, which is supposed to be the ugly side, whatever you want to call it. So it's the side that has the seams. I turned it back over to that side. Now what you want to do is get this lined up right. So take your stitch line and pull it tight like this so you can make a dart so you can line up your center point. Do that one and do the same for this one. Stretch it out. Here's your stitch line, and straight across you'll make a dart so that you can center these two things, these two pieces, these two sides. Okay, so once you've done that, then open it back up, and I just open these up. You can lay them to the side, either side, or open them up. Maybe I'll lay them to the side, but you line your dart up with your seam line. That'll give you the center. Do the same thing over here. Lay your material over, open it up, or lay it over. That seam line, you want to line up with your dart. Okay? So once you have those centered, bring them together. Seams on the outside, bring them together, and go ahead and pin it so that it doesn't move on you. Okay? That just helps you get this lined up perfectly. So now, this is what we're going to be sewing. You can pin it if you want to. If you're a professional or you don't have to pin, then don't. But you want to pin all the way down and sew as far as you can to this knot that's in the middle. So I'm going to put a few pins in here. Do it this way. Taking it all the way up to the top of this knot as far as I can go. Right here. And then you'll sew this. But what I'm going to do now is go ahead and match this side up too. So, what do we got here? This is the outside. Let's see. So let's do the darts. Stretch it out from the seam so you can get the middle here. Make that dart. Same for the other end. There's the seam. Come over here and make your dart. Okay, now let's line them up. Dart to seam, right there. Hold on. Dart to seam. That stays in place, and then I want to get this one dart to seam. There's the seam. Let's line it up with the dart. Okay. Grab both pieces. Make sure you got the right sides. Let's see. We want the seam side out, right? Make sure I'm doing this right. I hope so. Oh boy. I don't know. Hold it. Y'all know do one side at a time. Quit trying to be so fast. I'm gonna sew that and sew that. Yeah, I think I'm doing it right. Let's just put the pins in and see. Pray that I'm lining this up right. So I got all these mats together, and let's go for it. I'm putting the pins in like every 3 inches. Not too many pins, but enough to hold it for me because I need them. I need them for guidance. Now let's get one more in there up close here. Ooh, I hope I'm doing this right. I'll look at it and see. Let me just look at it before I sew. Okay, what we got going on here? So, if I opened it up, it would be like that, and it would be like that. Okay, I think I did it right. I think I did it right. Let's sew and see. Let's sew and see. Let's go down this one side first, of course. 1/4 inch. Got 3 foot pedals down here. I gotta grab the right foot pedal. So we're getting close up here, and we're going to see how far I can get up next to this knot. All right, I'm going to take that pin out and stretch it. And let's see. There we go. Okay, that's that side. Now let's flip it over and do this other side. Same way. And I see with the stretchier material, you can get closer to that knot. A little back stitch. Okay. See what we got going on, y'all. Cut these strings off. Threads on both sides. Take these middle pins out. Where's this one? Did I take it out? I guess I did, or it came out. Okay, let's open it up and see where we're at. So this is the inside. Oh boy, I hope I did it right. Yep. Okay. So this is where we are. Strange, let's see. There we go. All right, so now what do? You take these other ends. I guess it doesn't matter which side. So you'll open it back up, or fold it back over to the inside of the cap, and you'll line 2 of the ends up, and you're going to sew this one. So let's get this pinned. right, let me see how close I can get up in here. Get my hand up in there. Where's the opening? Right here. So I'm going up in here as far as I can. Let's put another pin in there. Just trying to make sure it's flat. I can stick my finger in there still, so I want to see if I can get closer. So this stretch material, you can actually pull it a little tighter. Okay, let's see if that's closer. Okay, let's go for it. See what happens. All right, we're coming around the mountain, y'all. And I don't know if I mentioned, if you have a serger, you can use your serger as well. Okay, now let's flip it all out and see what it looks like. Okay, so there's a little twist, the twist turban part. And this is what it looks like. Oh, is that that's the, oh yeah, that's outside. That's outside, okay. This is the inside. So now what you do, let's see, flip it back, open it up, and this is the inside of the turban, so the ugly side. I'm just going to say the inside. And you stitch down here. Stitch all the way down, 1/4 inch. Yeah. So you might want to make sure that your seams are laying right. I think that's where I'm going to put the pins. Well, that pin is no good. Just going to lay one seam this way. Hold on. I'll lay it this way, and then I'm going to do this seam that way, so it's not so bunched together. Pin that down. Come on. Let's do this one. Lay one seam one way and one seam the other way. Then I'm going to go back and check that first set of seams, because I don't think I laid them opposite. I didn't. So I'll lay this one this way, and I'm going to flip this one to go this way, so it's not so thick and bunched. Okay, so here, let me see. Here I'm going to sew all the way across, and I'm going to give it a little over 1/4 inch. What is that, 5/8 of an inch? I think that's what I want to do, because I want to cut some of that off. Since I'm not using my serger, I'm going to trim it, I believe. Okay, let's go. righty. Okay, so we did that. I said I was going to trim it, but what I want to do, how do I want to do this? I want to do something different. Where is mine? I want to use the elastic on here, but I want to put it on here and not gather it with the needle and thread like I did before. So I think I'm going to measure out about 6 inches, 5 or 6 inches. Let's see. How long is this now? It's 10 inches. So I'll do half of that. I'll do 5. Is that going to be enough? I'll do 6 inches. Okay, let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it first. So it's outside in. Let's turn it. No, it's inside out. Let's turn it outside, inside. However you say that. Let's turn it the right way. And this is what it's looking like so far. Oh, there was one other thing I meant to do and I didn't do it. I'll do it with the next one. Because what I want to do, what I meant to do, doggone it, was this end here. I knew I was going to forget something. This end here, I wanted to curve. I wanted to curve it so that when you flip this out, you don't have that point. But you know what? I'm not done yet. I can curve it and cut it. That's what I want to do. See, I'm teaching myself and learning as I go and seeing what I like and what I don't like. So, yeah. I want to curve that and then cut the excess off. I think I'm going to do that before I put the elastic down. Let's go for it. Should I draw? Yeah, I better draw. I just better trace a little something so I can kind of follow along here. I guess. It's about right there. Something like that. Then I don't have that point at the top of the cap. Let's try it and see. Let's try it and see. So let's cut that off. Well, yeah, I better save a seam allowance here. Cut it off like that. And sew where I have the chalk. See if that curves it and helps it out a little bit. So I don't have that cone head effect. Where there's a will, there is a way. Okay, let me backstitch that real good. And then come back. Okay, hopefully that'll work. Hopefully. Yeah, it's curved. It's not pointed. I took that much off. Let me just trim that just a little better. Okay, y'all. Now, what did I want to do here? I want to, this is the inside of the cap. So, let's see. This is the top right here. I'm going to open this up. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I want to open the seam up. Well, I can only start because I sewed that curve to right here. So I can start my elastic right here. And that's not much give, so how much is that going to stretch it? Not much. I think I'm going to cut a little bit off this elastic. I don't know, y'all. I'm trying to figure it out. Hold on just a little bit. Yeah, when I cut the curve, I shouldn't have sewed all the way down this far, so I could have put the elastic up a little further. But just hold on. We're going to work this out. Hold on. Where's my seam ripper? Just take a couple of these stitches out right here. This is trial and error. Figure out as you go. And if this works, this is how I'm going to do it from here out. I think. I think. I'm just going to take a few of these stitches out. Just a couple. To open this up a little bit more. I don't want to open it too far because I don't want it. Oh, let me make sure I don't want to leave a hole or a gap anywhere. Nope, that should be good. Okay, so how do I want to do this? So I can take this up further. Okay, I'm going to get up in here, open that seam up, and I'm going to put that elastic right there. Right there. So let me get a pin. Let's see if I can hold this down. But that's what's so hard. I got to get up in there with that sewing machine. The pin is going to be in the way. Let me just hold it in place right now. Oh, I was getting cramp in my hand. Hold on. Like this. Let me just see if I can hold this in place. If I can hold it in place and get it up underneath that sewing needle, get in there. How am I going to do this? Or should I have started on this end? It don't matter. Okay, let me go ahead and stretch it on this end because I can get up in here, right here. I can't get up in there the other way. So I'm going to put it right here at the end. Do I want to go all the way to the end or just a little bit up? About a 1/4 inch, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure it out as I go. And I want to hold this in place down here just so I can get the machine started. Get in there. Okay. I'm going to put my machine on zigzag. Move these scissors out of the way. Well, let's see how we're going to do this, y'all. Okay. Get up in here. There we go. Put that needle down in that elastic. Yep. Put the presser foot down. I'm going to do a couple stitches. And then I'm going to take this pin out. I'm going to back stitch it. Okay, let's take the pin out. And what are we going to do here? Take this pin out. And you want to stretch this elastic as you sew. So I'm holding the seam down right here. And I am pulling on this elastic. So that I can pull it like that. Pulling on the elastic. All right, let's do it. I hope I'm figuring this out right. I hope I'm doing this right. I hope it looks right on the other side when I get done. Okay, stretch and sew. Oh boy. I'm trying to keep it stretched to the point right here. Let's do it. Hold on. It's going to snap it loose from me. Hold on. There we go. Hold it right there. Let's go. Ooh, I did it. I did it. I did it. Now I'm going to, let's see. Let me get all the way up to the top of that elastic. And then I'm going to back stitch. Did my thread broke? Did that thread break? Yeah, it did. I guess I'm not going to back stitch. Okay. Well, you got me through this far before you broke. Now I can go back up in there and back stitch if I want to, but I'm not. Let's cut this bobbin thread. Okay, y'all. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's see how this turned out. I'm gonna make sure I get all these doggone strings. Okay. Okay, look, y'all. Look, 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 look. Somebody come look at this. Somebody come look at this. Okay, okay, that's the front. That's the front. Now let's look at the back. Okay, well, okay, it's all right. It curved over. It's got a little, okay, so don't quite do like, okay, that ain't quite right, y'all. So I guess I do need to gather this first and then put the elastic, so it can have a more of a scrunchy look in the back. Okay, it's trial and error. It's trial and error. So I'm going to do another one, and we're going to do this back a little different. But tell me what you think. Let me know if you're going to try this or not. It's fairly simple. I just, did some tweaks and some different things. But I think I'm still going to gather this back a little bit, like I did the first one. Sew it with a little gather and then use the elastic. But I don't know. I don't know what it's going to look like on, so we shall see.
A few moments later.
Okay, y'all. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Now, with the stretch material, this was very stretchy, so I should have kept it at 23 inches instead of 24 or whatever I had. But it worked. Not too bad. Front and the back. I'll show you what I did to remedy it. Don't pay my hair no attention. It's big hair, okay? It's big hair. I got work to do. I got to wash it. So, let me show you what I did. On the inside, I just stitched it in 3 places. I gathered it here, I gathered it here, and I gathered it here. And I sewed across there to make those pleats, to make that more gathered in the back. And then with this stretchy material being so big, so stretchy, I added a little elastic down here at the bottom. Practice makes perfect. I'm going to figure it out and get the sizing right and get the material right and get it together. But for the most part, for me, it turned out great. Turned out great. Let's see what it looks like backwards. Huh? Not as cute. You got to play with it. Nope. This one, because the material's so stretchy. Excuse me. Sorry.
Bless you.
Not so cute this way. But anywho, how about to the side? Let's see. A little to the side, maybe. Maybe not. Anyway, play with it. Wear it however you want. Yeah, I think the original way. Like that. All right, peace and love. This video is long enough. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Tell me what you think. What about the tricks that I did, the little tweaks and whatnot? I'm going to get it right. I'm going to get it right. I have a little bit more of this material. I'm going to cut it a little smaller. Try this again. And then I'm going to move on to another material. So hit that thumbs up, please, and thank you. Leave me comments. I would love to hear what you have to say. And if you haven't subscribed, what in the world are you waiting on? Come on. Anywho, love you guys. Deuces, I'm out.